Eagle brand cigarettes, the mildest, smoothest brand of smoking tobacco in the land, brings you Hidden Harbor Mysteries. The dark enemy strikes with iron claws as Penumbra's lieutenant, the Nazi assassin known as Talon, infiltrated Barbara Wilson's manor and unleashed hell on a crowd of prominent citizens gathered to restore Hidden Harbor from the chaos unleashed by Penumbra's all-girl army of anarchists. Who is left standing, and how will they stop Penumbra's ultimate plan to take over the city? We'll find out in a moment. But first, friends, you made it through another busy Monday. Time to relax with a new Eagle brand product, Eagle Longs. Eagle Long cigarettes are 30% longer, for 30% more rich flavor and a refreshing experience almost a third longer than before. Best of all, there's the same number of fags in the bag, so there's more puff for your buck. Ask for Eagle Longs the next time you need to stock up on the rich, smooth brand that keeps you going through the week. Eagle Brand is proud to bring you tonight's chapter of Hidden Harbor Mysteries entitled Changing of the Guard.
I know that face.
From our psychic link.
Talon.
What? I say, where did you get that machine?
Get down!
Yes.
Come here, you.
Unhand me, pig.
Get her. Don't let her get out the front door.
Stop. In the name of the law.
Too many people, Chief. You won't get a clean shot. Tackle her.
Foster. Oh, no.
Cat! Check on Barbara.
I don't... There. No, not you two.
Thank goodness. Kreig! Stop that woman!
Halt! Ugh, got you. Stop struggling, you wretched creature.
Out of my way, off. I do not need a gun to best the likes of you. Heed, all of you. This is why I am called Talon.
Ah! Kreig! She's getting away!
Miss, where's... Oh, dear. Is that Edwin Foster? Where's your phone? I'll call for an ambulance. I'll have every available man on the street hunting her down.
Front hallway, Chief. Next to the bust of William Shakespeare. And you better call 2 or 3 of those wagons.
How is Miss Wilson?
She's out cold. Foster dove in front of her to protect her, and she hit her head on the end table.
Keep her still. I'll be back in a jiffy.
What happened?
Foster. He's gone.
Gone?
Dash it all, she's gone. Is anyone else hurt? Mr. Fraser, would you be so kind as to summon Dr. Kathryn?
What happened? Please? What do you mean Foster's gone?
You took a bad blow to the head. There was a shooting. Do you remember it?
Yes. I remember being thrown to the ground. Is everyone all right? The board? The councilman?
Everyone in the front room is... Caspar, what is it?
Kreig's dead. He took a knife to the neck. Dr. Katzenberg is here from next door. He heard the shots and came running with his bag. The police are on their way. We have 2 ambulances coming.
It all happened so sudden and... Oh, Foster. Barbara, Miss Wilson, take it easy.
Where's Foster? What? How?
He...
I see. And that woman, Talon.
Gone. The police are looking, but someone like that doesn't do something like this without an escape plan.
Oh, Foster. You two, are you hurt? Caspar, you're bleeding.
Bah, the French doors are worse off than me.
Oh, Cat, you're unhurt?
I'm shaken, but I seem to be... Oh, Miss Wilson, it's horrible.
This is my fault. Foster and Kreig are dead, and all these people were put at risk because I was careless and showed Mistress Penumbra my true face. With no word from Detective Horn, I'm afraid I've put him in grave danger as well. I put you all in danger. Some hero I am.
Stop that right now, Barbara. You need to keep it together. We need to get you out of here, out of sight. If you go to pieces now, the docs may as well put you in a shooting gallery instead of a hospital room. Foster didn't die for nothing. He saved you and Kat. If anyone is to blame, it's me. I was distracted until it was too late. You want to be angry, sad, bitter, or ashamed of anyone, let it be me. But nothing changes.
We have to stop that woman, Mistress Penumbra. And to stop her now.
In here, Dr. Katzenberg. Miss Wilson, are you all right, dear?
Chief Olson, I'm shaken to my core. Tell me, please, that you'll catch this monster and make it your top priority.
Oh, yes, ma'am. We'll stop at nothing, that I promise you.
I will take Miss Wilson to her rooms, Chief.
Are you sure you don't want that bump on your head examined?
I'll be fine, Gordon, thank you. Focus your concern on our guests. With the terrible things happening in this city, I'm sure they're beside themselves.
Your house help was very brave. Mr. Foster here was a good man. It proves that this city doesn't need some come-and-go-as-you-please guardian angel. Mr. Foster here, he died a hero.
Yes. Yes, he did. And yes, Chief, my associates are indeed very brave. I am lucky to have them. All of them.
Chief, if you have a moment, I would like to ask something of you.
Of course, Mr.
I'm sorry, Chief, we haven't been introduced. My name is Caspar Dixon. I'm Miss Wilson's head of, security. I'm feeling a bit sore about this whole mess right now, and I'd like to make sure whoever came after Barbara doesn't do it again.
Well, Mr. Dixon, I'm sure my men can handle...
You saw how she made her way out of here, Chief. She's well trained. Hear me out, won't you?
All right, Mr. Dixon, what's your idea?
As suspected, the slippery Nazi assassin codenamed Talon was able to elude the police and make her way back to the hideout of her Mistress Penumbra, where she reports success.
She is dead. I'm sure of it, along with 2 of her associates.
You're sure Barbara Wilson is dead?
She could not have survived. I also had the honor of executing the coward Hans Kreig, who was working for them.
The scientist? Well, that's wonderful news, dear Talon. Better than the news from your sister, the Red Wolf. She allowed the detective to escape. If I didn't need you both for the next step in our plan, I'd reward you by having you teach her a lesson.
May I teach her this lesson later, mistress?
If we succeed, the 3 of us may enjoy some time alone with the lash and cuffs, But for now, the underworld is about to learn a lesson in obedience to us. Come, much to do.
Indeed, there is much to do across Hidden Harbor as Penumbra's operatives begin toppling the dominoes set up over many months of careful engineering. Unbeknownst to the crime lords of Hidden Harbor, their patronage of Club Penumbra and the favors of its exclusive gallery of femme fatales set the stage for their own downfall. Months of pillow talk, phone taps, and overheard conversations have revealed secrets that even the best police and FBI agents could not crack. Without interference from the femme phantom, Talon and the Red Wolf set out to execute a hostile takeover of Hidden Harbor's billion-dollar underworld. Across town at Fellini's neighborhood tavern, another player in the city's underworld is paid a business call.
So I says to Mabel, I says, "Hey, who's the broad?"
You said the word broad to Mabel, boss?
Shut up, you knucklehead. No, who's the broad in the long coat over there? She's looking at us.
She ain't one of your girls, boss?
Hey, Toots! Stop eyeballing us, would ya? If you want to see so bad, come on in here and get a closer look.
Oh, she's gorgeous, boss.
Yeah, but I don't like that look. She looks like my wife, right before she gives me a piece of her mind, you know? Hello, honey. What's with the sourpuss? Where do I know you from?
You are Carlo Lombardi.
Oh, sweetheart, you got me all wrong. I'm Federico Fellini, wealthy young man about town. Ain't no Carlo Lombardi no more, God rest his soul. He do you wrong, sweetie. Maybe old Freddy can make it right, huh? What's your name?
I am Talon, Claw of the Iron Hawk, servant to Mistress Penumbra.
You get all that, Dutch? We got royalty here.
You are Carlos Lombardi, and Mistress Penumbra tires of your efforts to intimidate her operatives. She has a message.
Boss, she said Penumbra.
Yeah, I heard that part, Dutch. That old broad's not a problem. I bought her off my case weeks ago. And another thing. Shut up!
Yeah, boss.
Not surprised the old broad is tired. Maybe she should spend less time messing around in my business and more time off her feet, you know what I'm saying? Oh, come on, Kaiser Cream Puff. Show me 1,000-year smile.
Carlo Lombardi. You are no longer the head of the Central City Gang.
Is that a fact? Who's taking over? You?
No. Because it amuses me to make it so. Your Dutch here will lead the Central City operation.
Dutch? Dutch? You must have bullhorns for brains. Dutch, you know anything about this?
No, boss, honest, I swear.
That's the message, huh? Well, I'm thinking of sending a hot, wet message back to Madame Rubber Buns. Wanna hear it? A delivery from my butcher shop on Parkway East. Brown paper sacks filled with pieces of her messenger girl inside. COD. Boys, get her out back into my car. Boys? Now what gives? On your feet if you want to get paid.
Mr. Lombardi. Mistress Penumbra pays these men now.
That a fact? Traitors, huh? Well, that's gratitude for you. I'll show you for selling me out to a two-bit old...
Hey, look, I didn't sign up for this. He's just my brother-in-law. I'm an accountant and...
Hush, little one. Swear alliance to Mistress Penumbra, and you will have this empire to rule.
I swear! Just don't hurt me.
You will do more than swear. You will take the knife from this man's chest. You will deliver only his head to this address by 11:30 tonight. No later. Understand?
Yes.
Yes, what? Que?
Yes. Mistress?
Very good, boy. Gentlemen, clean this mess. Little Dutch here is your master now, and we have much work yet to do tonight.
Meanwhile, back at the home of Barbara Wilson, the mood is grim as Barbara Wilson struggles to plot her next move and cope with the loss of two close allies and friends. Without her approval, Caspar Dixon has set in motion a plan to help relieve the pressure of their situation.
Well, Mr. Dixon, I did as you asked. The paper will run a story in the evening edition listing Miss Wilson among the deceased. I feel uneasy about deceiving the press this way and certainly contributing to the already dark spirits of the city.
If they think they've succeeded, they won't try again, and that gives us more time to find out why they want her dead.
I understand. Barbara's been through enough. I'd hate to see her go through another attempt, especially after her fiancé.
Yes, Chief, that's why it's vitally important we keep this all quiet. When it's over, we can concoct a miraculous recovery or explain it was part of the confusion of the day. None of the guests will say anything?
No. They also are covered in Foster's blood and unconscious. After the German guy...
Kreig. Hans Kreig.
Mr. Dixon, what do you think is happening in this town?
I think there's a war for the soul of Hidden Harbor, and the demons that plague her are under siege by something even more malevolent. I think we're being kept busy with all this while things are happening in the underworld.
You do you? Well, that's quite a philosophy, Mr. Dixon. And what about this phantom lady? The word is that someone from that underworld took her out for good.
Could be. I hope we have the spirit inside us to take matters into our own hands.
I hope we do. Well, please give Barbara my regards. I knew her when she was tall as that end table there. They say the rich don't know suffering, but that girl...
Yes, Chief. I'll have to get back. Thank you.
I'll be in touch, Mr. Dixon.
Thank you. Kat, would you get the phone, please? I have to get back to Barbara. Kat!
Coming! Sorry, I was making dinner for... Oh. Hello, Chief. Good night, Chief. Hello?
Kat, is that you?
Frank? Frank Horn, where are you? Where have you been?
I'm glad I could reach you there. I heard there was a shooting. Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine, Frank. What about you?
I'm banged up, but that's not important. I need your help. I'm at a phone booth near Woolridge and Crescent. Penumbra's dames were just here shaking down the mariner gangs at the docks. They're on their way up to Benson Heights to take out the head of the Cahill family. They're going to take over all the trafficking and gambling in Hidden Harbor.
Slow down, Frank. I'm trying to keep up.
I got information about the gang, and maybe I can get her on the inside before... Oh, no. Cripes, one of those dames in the black union suits just spotted me. Kat, listen to me. Have the Phantom meet me at the Wayland Street clock tower. You gotta come.
Frank? Frank!
The dominoes are falling, and with it, Hidden Harbor. With Barbara Wilson and the Femme Phantom registered as deceased, how will our heroes hope to prevent the city from falling into the hands of Mistress Penumbra? Tune in tomorrow for the next thrilling episode of Hidden Harbor Mysteries.
Hidden Harbor Mysteries Chapter 11, Changing the Guard, was written by J. Smith and produced by Brion Lincoln, with Dave Robison as the narrator, Veronica Giguere as Barbara Wilson, Kathryn Pryde as Mistress Penumbra, Laura Nicole as Cat Sparrow, James Baxter Patton as Caspar Dixon, Johnny Fiesty as Foster, Brion Humphrey as Carlo, M. Sierro Garcia as Mistress Talon, Rish Outfield as Kreig, John Scott Ballentine as Chief, Pat Krane as Dutch, and Norm Sherman as Detective Horn. This podcast is released under a Creative Commons Attribution, No Derivatives 4.0 license. Closing music is Here We Go Again for the First Time by Juicy Melon Jim. This has been a Brion Lincoln production.